I would describe St. Mary's as a community of compassionate and caring people. It's a community of people who've chosen healthcare as a vocation, either in the way of a nurse or a physician or some other clinical staff, or in the way of an administrative role or role of service. But there is the belief that we all powerfully serve this important ministry. But it's even bigger than that. St. Mary's is a community of people outside of this hospital, and there are 450 volunteers. We have thousands of people who financially contribute. Together we work to make a powerful difference for the people who need us for our mission.
My husband and I moved to Crossville to care for his mom about 10 or 12 years ago, and at the time we had no insurance, no family doctor, so we heard about St. Mary's on television on a special that they had and family practice, and how they had discounts for people that were in low income, and at the time we were fairly low income, so we came over and made our application and they accepted us, and we couldn't have done it without their help. I had been classed as disabled. If St. Mary's had not been available, none of the problems that I had would have been cared for. Without St. Mary's, we just couldn't have made it. And my husband's cancer has been taken care of, and they still watch out for us. We still use family practice.
My daughter Haley was born at St. Mary's Medical Center on April 22nd of 2000. She weighed 10.9 ounces and was 9 inches long. I was 24 weeks along in my pregnancy when we found out that Haley, according to ultrasound, weighed 7 ounces and the umbilical cord was in a knot, so she wasn't receiving proper nutrition in order to keep growing. So they were going to keep me on bed rest for as long as needed until she weighed a pound, approximately a pound, according to ultrasound. Everything started going wrong. My central nervous system was shutting down and my liver was starting to swell. So that's when I met Dr. Del Rio from the NICU. She came down and introduced herself and told me that if things weren't to get any better, what would happen and where we would go at this point in the pregnancy, and what they would do with Haley to help keep her alive. So when I found out that Haley was going to be delivered early, I was extremely scared and nervous. I didn't know, I'd never been in that situation before, and I'd never seen a NICU. I never knew what they could do to help save such tiny babies. There would be points when I was extremely scared or nervous. There were several nurses that would always have a shoulder for me to cry on, or they would give me words of hope. She ended up being in the NICU for 4 months, exactly 4 months. Came home August 22nd of 2000, and she weighed 3 pounds, 15 ounces when we came home from the NICU. She is the most loving, wonderful child you'll ever meet. She is the best big sister you could give anybody. She is very caring. She doesn't like to see other people hurt. She is full of energy and just loves to play, be outside. She's just your typical 7-year-old kid, physically. I mean, she just enjoys life, and you can see it in her eyes. You do. Everybody mentions how full of life her eyes are. That's the first comment everybody always says about Haley.
I'm one of the volunteers here at St. Mary's. I've been here volunteering since 1996. long time ago. The minute I retired, I needed to come back here. I wanted to give back to St. Mary's something that they had given me. When we are volunteering, we are the hand that helps the patients. We are the shoulder to cry on. Oftentimes we'll say a prayer with the patients as they are going for tests and quite upset. And we just give them lots of smiles. The volunteers, the staff at St. Mary's convey their mission statement of the hospital, their philosophy, in their caring attitude for each other and for all the patients and visitors that come within our hospital. It brings all of us together to help others, to give the type of care that we want when we are patients, visitors. Once you don't work anymore, it's neat to have somebody say thanks to you, and we are all treated special.
I tell people that I have the best job in this hospital. That's because every day I get to work with real models of faith and generosity. There are people who choose to volunteer at St. Mary's and to use their time to make a powerful difference in the life of others. Sometimes they have direct relationships with patients and their families, but it may be driving a golf cart around the parking lot, or showing people to their rooms, or where their tests are being held, or delivering mail, but they choose to serve. I deal with donors, people who choose to use their money to make a powerful difference for people who need our care. They're models of faith and they're models of generosity. And I would encourage you to consider how you might help the mission of St. Mary's, whether it's generously contributing your time, considering a gift in your estate or your final will, or maybe just honoring your caregiver in some simple way. We would encourage you to become part of this community of service. Thank you.